So, one of the hardest things for Widow players is probably Widow versus Widow. Widow versus Widow is probably the hardest thing for Widows to learn. But there's a few things you need to learn about Widow versus Widow. Knowing where the other Widow is the most important thing in Widow versus Widow. Because that tells you how you can position yourself, how you can get peeks on the other Widow, when you can be aggressive, when you can't be aggressive. And the second most important is making sure the enemy Widow does not know where you are. So, why is it important we're knowing where the other Widow is? Well, say this is the enemy Widow right here, this guy right here, and he's hard scoping with specific angle. He's either looking to shoot your teammates or he's looking to shoot you, but he's hard scoping and he's AD-ADing, right? But you've been hiding, and you've waited until he took a shot, but now you know where he is. So why is that good? Well, that means you can do jump shots on him, you can do hook shots on him, and you already know where to pre-aim. And that's why it's important in Widow versus Widow to know where the other Widow is, because you can do things like this. So the reason you want to know where the other Widow is because you can jump shot around corners. And the reason that's good is because if you start your jump right here and you scope in, by the time you at the top, you basically have a one shot. And for him, if he's hard scoping but doesn't know where you're going to peek from, it will literally take like insane reaction time to shoot you in the head by the time you can shoot him. So you know where he is, he doesn't know where you are, you jump around the corner, and he's pretty much dead. And he won't be able to react by the time you shoot him in the head if he's hard scoping. And then you can do the same thing. He's hard scoping right there, your team told you where he is, or you saw him shoot, and then you can hook shot in the same spot. And if he's hard scoping, he won't be able to react in time to shoot you unless it's just an insane shot. Now, that's one of the main things about why it's important to know where the enemy Widow is before you know where they are, so then you can counter snipe. But you never want to jump shot or hook shot an enemy Widow if they know where you are. Say you like did a peek, you didn't kill him, and now he's hard scoped right here. Do not jump around the corner when he knows where you're there, because now he doesn't have to have insane reaction time. He can just hard scope it, thinking you're gonna jump, and then pre-aim your headshot, and he'll be able to shoot you before you shoot him. The same thing happens with hook shots. If they know where you are and they assume you're gonna hook shot, they're gonna be pre-aiming it, and it's easier to shoot someone that's hook shot than it is for you to shoot someone that's on the ground. Now what's even easier, and one of the things you need to look for in Widow vs. Widow, is if you know the enemy likes hook shotting a lot, try and make sure he doesn't know where you are, but you know where he is, and pre-aim hook shots. Because if you know where he's gonna hook shot from and he hooks up, and he has to react to where you are, you get more time to shoot when he hits the apex of the jump. Now this is hard to show without like someone really playing against me, but you can see it happen in Overwatch League matches all the time. But that's some general shit. Hard to really show examples, but you're gonna have to imagine it or look at examples in actual matches or in ranked. But let's go into Widow versus Widow and headshot only, and how you can get better at just aiming in general. I guess before I go into it, I can talk about. Okay, this is one very. I'll put example in the videos. Aw, thanks. NSC walk. Alright, here, let me get you mod. There you go. Oh fuck, one sec. I'm giving the tips right now, Octile. Alright, one sec. There we go. Now, here is one very, very important tip that anyone that is practicing Widow or hit scan in general needs to understand. A lot of times people get frustrated when they're practicing hit scan heroes and they think their aim is bad when they're shooting against people, especially in deathmatch. But your aim might not be bad, you might just be taking hard shots. Now, what is the difference between a hard shot and an easy shot? A hard shot is when someone knows you are trying to shoot them and they are actively trying to dodge you. Any player, professional players especially, will only hit probably like 10-20% of hard shots. There is a very small chance that you actually hit shots when someone is actively trying to dodge you. Now, this is like Genjis, Tracers, Soldiers, Zens especially, Annas. It is very hard to hit someone that is 80-80 strafing and trying to dodge your shot. You are not bad if you miss those shots. Those shots are just hard. Now, these are the shots you need to be able to take. Shots where people don't realize they're aiming at them. So when you get off angles or hook shots, when someone's moving in predictable patterns, like these guys are running in straight lines, so like it's easy to hit these guys. So like this is a soldier, right? I jump around the corner, he doesn't know he's going in a straight line, that's an easy shot. You peek around the corner, a Zen's like aiming at someone, kind of just moving in a predictable pattern, you hit that shot. Those are the shots you want to try and get as Widow. You want to try and get off angles where people aren't expecting you to peek from, be in off places where people aren't expecting you to shoot, and shoot them when they're not actively trying to dodge you. Now, you'll see that a lot in the Widowmaker headshot when people are aiming at other people and not moving. Those are the easiest shots to hit, and those are the shots, if you are missing, where you should be worried about that you're actually missing. You should not be worried about missing shots when people are actively trying to dodge you. And then it's hard to really go into match like hero specific stuff with Widow unless I'm like playing ranked and stuff, but today's Widow tips and tricks is mostly going to be for Widow versus Widow, and that'll be shown a lot in the Widow headshot only. But before we go into it, I'll explain some of the basic stuff. So you want to be able to know when you can hard scope and take your time to aim, and when you need to focus on dodging in Widow vs. Widow. So if the enemy Widow scopes first, you need to be careful and you need to dodge more and try and bait out a shot before you can take time to take your shot. But if you scope first, you can wait as long as you can to take the shot and wait until he scopes in and stops moving and becomes predictable to shoot. You want to take shots that are easy. You don't want to take the hard shots. You don't want to take the shots when he's like spamming and trying to bait out the shot. You want to wait until he commits to a scope to try and kill you, because you are going to be able to kill him before he kills you, because you only need about like 60-65% scope charge to one shot at someone. So the other thing in Widow vs. Widow is you want to crouch when you think they're going to shoot. You don't want to crouch randomly when you're scoping into each other. You want to crouch when you think he's going to shoot. So you have to guess based on when he's scoped and when you think he's at a kill shot. And let's try and go into Widow headshot only. And here's the other important thing about these servers is you want to make sure it does not have any added damage. Some of these Widow headshots are like